Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. Happy, beautiful, wonderful, non-refundable Thursday. Sorry, a bit out of breath. Yes, today is a non-refundable day. It is Thursday, the 15th of June, 2023. A day like no other, unique in every way, in its weather, and how you turned up in it. You are a different person than you were yesterday, with more experience, more knowledge, more wisdom, and so much more. So, and a day older. Talking of days older, my birthday in 3 days. Which I cannot wait for. But in terms of that, I have to live in the moment. I always make June a really special month. I like to give away more things. I've given away some t-shirts. Today, I'm going to give away some breath work. I'm glad you're feeling good, Lauren. I'm live over on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So hence why I kind of look here, there, and everywhere. Morning, Rachel. But if you're on LinkedIn or if you're on Facebook, then please say hi, share a comment. If you have a question or anything, then I can share those comments on the screen because I'm using StreamYard. Good morning, Rachel. Welcome to Thursday. Welcome to your life. Yesterday was a fantastic day for me. I shared probably on my socials. I was on the Happy Place podcast, which is hosted by Fern Cotton. And that was just a wonderful experience to have yesterday morning. And the run up to my birthday has been epic this year. Just so wonderful, so many good things. And a couple of weeks ago, I was feeling really shit. So this is what happens with life, right? It's like this, and we have to manage the waves and set the sail and manage to, navigate the storms. And yeah, the run up has been really wonderful. And I had so many lovely messages about the podcast in my WhatsApp, in my Messenger, on my Facebook, everywhere. And I just really appreciate everyone that's sent me a message. And so many people messaged me saying, "Can you get me on the Happy Place?" It's like, no, I can't. Sorry. I wish I could, because I have so many great friends that have written books and are coaches, and but I can't. Anyway, Lauren is saying on Instagram, "Thank you for giving me so much advice on stuff. It really does help." Oh, you're very welcome. I just share my stuff, Lauren, and I hope that it resonates with people. But anyway, it's the month of giving. It's, I hope that you embrace your birthday. Like I always try and embrace my birthday. And since being diagnosed with this brain tumor last year, it's ramped it up even more, because every day I'm like, I kind of have to live with this. It's dissipated a lot, but there's always this worry that, am I going to have a seizure, or is my hearing going to start to go, or something that's going to spark something, and that means the tumor's grown, and I have to have something done about it, which probably means that, my life would change quite immeasurably. So even more so, right? Even more so, every day is freaking important, non-refundable, and even more so, celebrate your birth. Like, your time on this earth is like nothing, and we treat it like we have thousands of years ahead of us, and we'll do that later, and we'll do that when. And as Hannah Cohen said, who is Pete Cohen, if you know Pete Cohen, he's an amazing guy, motivator. He's been on TV and stuff, but his wife also had a brain tumor, and she died about 3 weeks ago. And she used to say, just get on with it. And I feel a bit like that. Just get the fuck on with it. Whatever your thing is, get on with it. Because my life changed in a heartbeat one Friday afternoon last year. That was just the heart. And then 2 weeks later, I was like, oh, I have a brain tumor. You just never know when your life's going to change. So what is it that you want to do? We often talk about transforming and changing our lives, but how many of you are willing to do the work to do something about that, to have the experiences that you want to have? Because there is no point waiting to have those experiences until you retire, or till you have the right amount of money, the right relationship, the right job, the right career, because chances are that'll never be the plan and the path anyway. The path is constantly changing. I'm not saying don't have goals. Absolutely have goals, but don't let this life, the mediocrity of someone else who's afraid to live, hold you back from doing whatever it is you want to do. And that doesn't have to be building rockets like Elon Musk, or making cars that drive themselves, or wanting to get on big stages and talk and motivate people like me, and bring breath work into everyone's life and help everyone thrive. Just your thing, whatever that is, whether you want to learn to play the piano or be an accountant, just go and do it. Just get on with it. And that's why I made today's episode Carpe Diem. And I think in the work that I do, I come across a lot of people, and I work with mostly women, who feel completely fucking lost and completely fucking stuck. But from the outside, the world thinks that they've got their shit together. Maybe they're posting highlights on social media and not the real life. And I tried to share the real life, like, a couple of weeks ago, I was crying on camera. Like, fucking hell, this is hard. And I do try and keep it real. But I do get a lot of people that come and are like, either have something they want to do and they feel that they can't do it, or have no clue, but they know that what they have is not enough. And maybe that's you. And if that's you, then please do reach out. I realized yesterday, because of doing this podcast and some other things that are happening, I'm going to be on the Happy Place Festival. If you don't know, Happy Place Festival is a festival that is part of the whole Happy Place brand that Fern Cotton has, and they have a festival. We're going to try and make it work for this year. I hope we can. If not this year, it'll be next year. I forgot where I was going with that. Why I was telling you that. This is what happens. This is where I need my friend Alice, because she always gets me back on track. But anyway, whatever it is, your thing that you want to do, don't waste time, because time is so precious. I put this in a post. Time is so precious. You have to be selfish with it. I'm so selfish with my time, because I'm not spending my time doing things that I should do. I'm not spending my time hanging out doing things with people I don't really want to hang out with. Good morning, Laura. Happy Thursday. Now, I'm doing my best to be better every day, to be a loving, kind human being, and I hope that you are too. But we can't love and like everybody. And some people just rub us up the wrong way, and some people aren't our energy, and some people don't get our energy. Some people think I'm too loud, too positive sometimes. Okay, they're not for me. And you will know. And the best way to find the people that are your people is to be you and connect with who you are. How do you do that? Solace, solitude, meditation, breath work, be alone, like do some kooky, wild shit. Try it, see what it's like. If you don't like it, you can change again. It doesn't matter. We have this whole narrative about get a job, and then you get stuck in this job for 30, 40 years that you hate. And your life is relentless. Every day is going like this. And what are you doing with it? And this is why I want to talk about Carpe Diem. And this is what I was saying about like people that I've worked with, and they just come and they're like, oh, I'll do this when the kids grow up. I'll do this when, I get out of my job, which I don't think I can get out of my job for 3 years. And I had a client that said that to me. And within 6 months of us working together, they'd quit their job and started a business. In 4 months, one of my clients who's in the Breaking Your Own Limits program, good morning, Bronca. Sorry if I said your name wrong. She, in 4 months, like literally has transformed her life, setting in new boundaries around relationships, questioning herself, being really curious, and having a better, greater awareness of who she is, why she's behaving in the way she's behaving, and then quitting her job and getting herself a fucking better job, like in 4 months. Like, she just like blown me away. And Laura's here, and Laura's she hasn't quit her job, she's got a bloody amazing job. But she's changed so much about her life. And one of the things I think Laura said, that I've never felt so content. I think that's what you said, Laura, and happy being me. Like this, we should all be happy to be ourselves. The easiest job in the world is to be ourselves. And yet we struggle and make it so difficult for ourselves sometimes. So, and that's what I was saying about, now I remember my point from before and doing the festival and the podcast, is that This is me breaking my own limits. I have a program called Breaking Your Own Limits. It's not the best of titles, but it is about the limitations that we set on ourselves. It is about shattering those limitations and breaking the glass ceiling on them and proving to ourselves and showing ourselves we are limitless. Like what we can do. But we need, I've needed it for myself. Like I've needed to believe in myself. I've needed to connect with myself, and I needed someone to guide me with that stuff. And that's what I do with this Breaking Your Own Limits, and guide these beautiful women to break their own limits. And now they can do it for themselves, and they can help other people to do it, because we massively limit ourselves. We are so much more flexible and adaptable than we give ourselves credit for, until we're tested and we're put in the fire, and then we learn to fricking dance. Then we learn to bloody battle. Then we can show how far we can go and how strong we can be. But I'm telling you, you need to embrace that now, before the fire, before the dance, before the battle. And this is like yesterday, like breaking my own limits and doing the podcast and doing the festival. Like that, the festival was like, for me, was like, that's what I really wanted. Like I manifested that. I absolutely manifested that. And I believed it could be mine. But it also feels like it's like one of my limits that I'd set on myself before, and I've busted through it. So I'm breaking my own limits. And do you want to break your own limits? If you do, drop me a DM. Go to my website, sam-adams.com/feel alive. That is where you can find the website that will tell you all about the Breaking Your Own Limits program. The next one starts in September, and there are only a few places. So don't be slow. There's already been a soft launch of it, so a couple of people got it at a bargain price, but now it's a full price, but you can pay in installments. So I don't think I've got it as a banner. Let me have a look. But anyway, if you've got anything you want to share this morning, please let me know. Please let me know if you're going to listen to the Happy Place podcast. It's out on the when is it out? On the 26th of June, which is next Monday. I hope you like it. I got emotional a little bit. I hope you enjoy it. Laura's saying, do it. Set yourself free. Yeah, there's that kind of thing, isn't it, Laura? That you set yourself free. And I've seen these women set themselves free. So Carpe Diem. Anyway, let's get back to that. Let's get back to Carpe Diem. Any questions, any comments, please just drop them in. Carpe Diem. And I read the Daily Stoic most days. I've been reading it for years. I've got lots of pages turned down and lots of markings in it. It's how I treat my books. They are made to be used as far as I'm concerned. And the reason I like this in the Daily Stoic is because it kind of is very similar to what I talk about very often about, I've been saying non-refundable day for a very long time. I've been saying it starts with you for a very long time, but it's even more prevalent and at the forefront of my mind, having the brain tumor and stuff. And maybe take that from you, because my life changed like that. Maybe your life could change like that, or someone could get really sick or die. This shit happens, and we shy away from the fact that this stuff happens and that death happens. We are all on the death highway, but use it to fuel you. You only get one chance at today. This is your first day and your last day. It is your only day. It's not just another day. It's just another day. No, it is your only day, and you get one shot at today, because it is a non-refundable day. You can't fucking go back and live today. What will you do with these 24 hours that you've been giving? Are you living intentionally? What do you want to feel today? How do you want to show up today? What do you want to happen today? And what are you going to do in order to make that happen? Once you've set all of that up, then just let it happen. Let it evolve as it does. Sometimes you can't fight life. Because once today is done, like I said, it's non-refundable. It's gone. It's lost forever. It's the past. Wake up tomorrow, it's the past. And you can't ever feel exactly how you felt in that day, in those moments, in those 24 hours. So you then focus on the new day. So I'm encouraging you to be more Carpe Diem today, to seize the day, as it says. I think that's what Carpe Diem means. And give it your best. Give it your best shot. Don't get to tomorrow or even today. What if someone comes up to you today and they say, oh, what did you do yesterday? And you go, nothing. Like, nothing? Do you really want your answer to be nothing? and when I say like, because I believe in doing nothing, as in idling, as in meditation, which seemingly for some people is nothing, but actually is very intuitive and me connecting very soulfully and to the essence of me. So you could say that's nothing, but it actually isn't nothing. It's so much more than nothing. So once you get through today, it's the past, it's gone. So what will you do with your day? Will you use it intentionally? Will you live intentionally and give it your best shot? Because there is no going back on this day. And I'm giving it my best shot. Like here, I love doing this stuff. I love doing these lives. I love inspiring people, and bringing my energy and sharing my life, like good or bad. I absolutely feel like it's a privilege to get to do what I do. Like I never thought I could be good enough to be a coach. And maybe the thing that you want to do, you don't feel that you're good enough to do it. Like even I had to fight my own inner Brian. My own inner Brian is like my negative voice that I get in my head. And we've all got one of these. Give it a name, I would. And when the happy place came up, good morning, Laurie. Happy Thursday. I was going to say Friday. When the happy place came up, and then they sent, and then we had this meeting, and even after the meeting, and then they sent me the email, the formal invite, as it were. I was like, I didn't want to be happy about it. I was happy, but I was like, I didn't allow myself to be happy because I was like, what, me? Like, why me? Like, I had that self-doubt. We all have that self-doubt. Rachel saying, Brian, what a great name. Yeah, give your negative self-talk a name. And a lot of time I tell him just to fuck off. But he kept creeping in, telling me, oh, why are you? Why are they picking Sam Adams? Why are they asking Sam Adams to do this? So, even with the best will in the world, these thoughts come in, but it's always important to remember this. And I always remember this, that thoughts are not factual. They are not the truth. Some of them, yes, are, but majority of them aren't. And we have 80% of our thoughts are just repetitious. So, and don't do like I realized when I wrote in my journal one evening that I realized I hadn't allowed myself to be happy about the opportunity that I'd been given, because Brian kept coming in and going, they're going to change their mind. They're going to realize they got it wrong. They're going to cancel. I had to really fight that voice in my head. And then I realized I hadn't allowed myself to just fucking be happy about what was going to happen. And so literally, not yesterday, but the day before, I was like, no, fucking be joyful, share it. And I started to share it on socials that I was going to do it. And I was just like super happy about it. But I hadn't allowed myself to be happy. And maybe that's you. And there is a psychological term for that. When we do that, when we have this thing that's joyful and happy and wonderful, but we don't allow ourselves to be happy about it. We worry more about it. And instead of embracing it, I don't know the term. I can't remember it. But imagine doing that. You've got this great thing that's happening to you, and you don't allow yourself to be happy because you're worried it might jinx it. We just as well not have it anyway, right? Because you're living thinking, well, I'm worried that it won't happen, or you're worried that you're going to jinx it. Be fucking joyful for it. Be in that moment and just let it be what it is. Because otherwise there's no point in it anyway if you can't be joyful about it. And that's what I realized I was doing. So I'm just like, no, I'm fucking embracing this fully, this whole experience. You are Sam fucking Adams, just as you are, whoever you are. Like, embrace the essence of you. So Carpe Diem is the message for today. Good morning, Soulful Self. And I am about to wrap up, but I just want to remind you, you've got one shot at today. You got one shot. Tomorrow, it will be the past. Do not get to tomorrow and someone comes up to you and say, what did you do yesterday? And you say nothing, unless it is about meditation and breath work, which are like a bit like idling and nothingness. Lorraine is saying, enjoy the only time that is the power of now. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Catherine is saying, I'm not even going to comment here. The internal monologue my brain was doing before I flew to Asia 2 weeks ago. You see, Catherine, I don't know the story of Asia. Maybe you can quickly type in what that's about. Was it a great opportunity? Was it an exciting adventure? And was it one of those ones that you didn't allow yourself to be happy about? And this is the thing. There's stuff that happens in our life that we don't allow ourselves to be fucking happy about. So you just as well not have that thing anyway if you can't be happy about it in the moment. And like I said, this is what I did around Happy Place, but I'm not going to do that around the festival. I'm embracing the festival. I'm not letting my negative voice Brian tell me anything different. And I encourage you to do that as well. Hi Sarah, good morning. So just to repeat, as I always say, today is a non-refundable day. You have one shot at today, and it starts with you being intentional. What do you want to happen today? What do you want to feel today? How do you want to show up today? What do you need to do in order to make that happen? Even if it's one tiny microscopic little action, whatever it is, embrace it. Give it your everything. Do not wait. What are you waiting for? The conditions to be right? The conditions are never right. They're never perfect. So do it anyway. Your life can change in a heartbeat, on the flip of a coin. On the flip of a coin. Remember, it starts with you taking responsibility for yourself, emotionally, mentally, and physically. Where are you at in those 3 areas of your life? What do you need to give yourself in order to help or support one of those areas of life? If it's mentally, reach out, ask for some support. Physically, are you tired? Do you need to rest? Do you need to sleep? Do you need to nourish your body with plenty of water and some healthy food? Emotionally, how are you feeling emotionally? Again, if you're struggling emotionally, reach out, write it out. That's a really good way as well. Draw it out, like brain dump that shit out of your brain. Do some breath work, do some meditation. Reach out. Help yourself. You have the greatest influence over you. Do not believe what the world tells you, that all of this influence out there. You are the greatest influence over you. Start to make that shit happen. And if you want to join the next Breaking Your Own Limits program, it starts in September. Go to my website, sam-adams.com. You can click on the link that says online group coaching, or just put the /feel alive in there. Have yourself an amazing Thursday. It's 3 days to, I know what I was going to do. It's 3 days to my birthday. So I love to give things away. Yesterday I gave away some t-shirts and I've given away some books. Now I want to give away a breathwork session. So if anyone wants to come to an online breathwork class for free, I'm giving one of those away today. I have a class tonight, so you could come to that class, but if you can't make that one, don't worry. You can pick one of the next classes over the next few months. So if you want to come to a breathwork class for free, the first person to claim it, drop me a DM, will get that place. You can either come tonight or one of the classes in the future. So that's a 25 quid ticket. I'm just sharing the love of being on this planet and it being my birthday month. Have yourself an amazing, non-refundable Thursday. I will see you. I'm going to be back here tomorrow. I might be. I don't normally do a live on a Friday, but I might actually come and do a live tomorrow. I'll see how I feel. Have yourself a great day. Let me know if I can help you in any way and reach out. And please go download the Happy Place podcast, and please look out for my episode on the 26th of June. I would love it if you would be able to like it and comment your thoughts about what I share in that episode. Have yourself a great day.